Well, hello, garden friends. Welcome or welcome back. If this is your first time here, I'm Stephanie, and you've landed yourself at the Lost and Funny Farm. So today, I wanted to talk to you all about you don't have to be safe in your garden. And what I mean is not just physical safety like burglars. What I mean is this is your space, and you're free to do some experiments and see what works for you in your particular microclimate, in your particular neighborhood. You can check out different things, see how things grow in your yard. So I'm going to walk over here and show you all some little Stephanie experiments. All right, so we'll see how this goes. So let's walk over here. And so what I did is in early April, I decided I was going to plant out some tomatoes. I just planted out one to see how it was going to do out here in the open. And I'm going to show you this tomato. So what this is the Haas Sun Sugar. It's a cherry tomato. I have it in a 5-gallon bag. It's looking super nice, and let's see, it's got some tomatoes on it. Now I'm in Virginia. Today is May the 14th or the 13th, something like that. Y'all don't be asking me what day it is, okay? It's just whatever day I say it is. It's the 13th and or the 14th. Yeah, and or the 14th. It might be both days. I don't know. So anyway, because I wanted to know if I could push the boundaries, if I could bring something outside before my actual last frost date arrived, plant it and see how it would do, because we were actually really past frost. We just hadn't reached that date, and that date is not hard and fast. It's not set in stone. That date is an estimate based on historical data in your area of when your last frost date might be. So you can test it and see how it goes. If you checking your weather patterns and you're looking and you're saying, okay, I'm looking at the 15-day forecast, I don't have any temps under 40, then try it out and see what type of results you get. Because I'm gonna tell you, tomatoes and peppers. So what was I saying? Sorry, I had some visitors. People, I live at the corner house, and people love to stop by and give me some compliments. That's so sweet, right? Okay. So anyway, what was I saying? So in your yard, if you want to see how things grow where you are. Again, I think what I was saying about nightshades. Nightshades, your tomatoes, your peppers, eggplants, and a bunch of other things. I'm just giving you a few examples. These things can withstand temperature dips in the 40s for a brief amount of time, which means when we were having those days, what am I looking at? We were having those days where the temperature was 65, 75, 80 degrees in the daytime, but was getting down to 45 at night. 45 is not frost, number one. Number two, I wanted to push the boundaries and see what I could do out here in my yard. So when I say brief dips overnight, I would say it's a brief dip. But again, give it a shot and see what you get. So let me show you this cucumber. Now, it's not the best looking cucumber I've grown. However, it's definitely growing. It's definitely been untouched and unbothered by the fact that it's been out here since the beginning of April. Now, let me say the whole thing. Your last predicted frost date. It's a prediction. It's not, again, a hard set in stone date. Like April the 1st is not going to come and all of a sudden the sun going to come out and birds is flying and butterflies are flittering over. It's a prediction. It's based on historical data in your area. So again, let me show you this cucumber, because you have the power to do whatever. And listen, even if you're growing and your point of growing is the primary method that you and your family will eat, I say, let's say you're growing 6 tomatoes. Maybe try growing 8. So if you have one that fails, you have that extra backup. So you have that extra backup, and then you have one that you can mess around with. And this is especially easy if you're starting from seed, because your costs will be different. Your costs are basically the equity you put into it, which is your sweat equity, your time, and the attention, whatever you put into watering your soil. But again, if you're growing more than one, you're probably not calculating how much you're doing per item. Like, you're growing 8 tomatoes, you're not trying to say, well, I'm just going to water just this one. I'm watering all of my tomatoes today. So anyway, grow some extra stuff so that you can have some to experiment with, so you can have something to play around with. I would say this would be a different situation, especially if you're buying starts. And listen, if you are buying starts, you are still gardening. I am not knocking people who go to big box and buy some tomato starts, some of the Bonnie stuff. If you're growing it, you're growing it. Once you get it home, once you got the receipt, it's yours. Definitely once you put it in your soil, it's yours. Ain't nobody coming to dig it out. It's yours. It's you, boo. So, like I said, let me show you this cucumber, because this cucumber been out here since the beginning of April. So here we go. This is a muncher cucumber. And look, cucumbers. Sorry, I'll be waiting for them to catch on to the cattle panel. So once they catch on, I remove the clips. Now, this been out here since, is it focusing? Yeah. Since the beginning of April. It's just fine. Just like that tomato. Since the beginning of April. Now I got some things in my green. Y'all look at this corn. All off on a tangent, but look. Corn is slaying. Yes. So, anyway, what was I saying? So I've got some things in my greenhouse. And we're going to walk over there and take a look at those things. Sorry, y'all, about all the noise. I mean, I'm outside. I got no control over it. But I'm sorry anyway. I know it's always like something going on here. I'm also, again, I can't say this enough, I'm the corner house, so we're getting all the stuff and things from everybody. Walking past, driving past, riding past, scooting past, bicycling past. Like, we don't miss a thing. Also, look at my new Opie, say hello. So while we're walking over to the greenhouse, Opie belongs to the people around the corner. But he constantly runs over here. He escaped home, runs over here and stands outside of my fence and cries because he wants to play with my dogs. So finally we said, all right, Opie, next time you come over, we letting you in. So now Opie's here. I, yes, have contacted his mom. She knows that he's here. She works out of town, so Opie is staying in the house with her sister. But mom knows he's here, and she's okay with it. She knows he's in good. Opie, no Opie, Opie. Opie, no sir. Sorry y'all. Hold on, Opie. This is a no Opie zone. Go back. I don't want you back here with the chickens. She listens, but right now he is busy trying to follow me. Go back. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Get out in the fence. Oh, psych. I'm not coming. Playing tricks on dogs. I'm the worst. I'm not. All right, y'all. Okay, first of all, we're going to go in here. It's hot in here. Over 1% here in prison. It is hot in here. It's only 95. I mean, it was higher than that the other day. So don't talk about my squash. Listen, this is not necessarily a sign of needing to be watered. This is your plant conserving the water that it has while it's warm. By this evening, this will have perked up. But more importantly, can I tell y'all what today is? We're still mid-May. Do you have cucumbers and zucchinis? I do. So this is the Dunja squash. It is parthenocopic, which means it can persist in the absence of pollination. I keep the screen door down so I don't have bees and wasps in here. Now what I do have in here are hoverflies. They look like fake bees, but that is part of their defense mechanism, how they survive. So they look like bees, but they're not, but they are pollinators. However, I could have easily grown this inside the house because it doesn't need pollination. So what did I do? I brought it out here. I started them in the house. I brought it out here, let it grow on in the greenhouse. It's been out here since it was cool outside. My greenhouse is unheated. Temperature is not regulated in here whatsoever. So I've been letting it sit out here and do its thing. It has grown on to be quite a monster, and it currently has 1, 2, 3, 4 zucchinis. Look at that. There's 1. Oh wait, this is a female. 2. That's a male flower. That's a female flower. You can tell the females because it has the actual fruit behind it. But 3. Oh, my hand. 4, 5. And you know what I don't have? Squash vine borer in my greenhouse. Let's see what else I'm experimenting with. So here we have parthenocopic cucumber. This is 2 baked alpha cucumbers right here. And back there is a party time cucumber. Do you see the amount of cucumbers on it? So the party time, every single flower is a female. So every single flower that comes up on this particular plant is bearing fruit. And it doesn't need, I wish I could get in there and show you better. Hopefully you can see that every single flower that you see has it. Lord, these leaves has a fruit behind it. Now, the baked alpha is also parthenocopic. However, every now and then it puts out some male flowers. So it's not as 100% as the party time is. But again, let me tell you, I want you to know that you don't have to feel like you're stuck following the rules. And when I say stay safe, that's what I mean. You don't have to be stuck following the rules. This is your yard. It's your garden. Step out and do something wild. Try something new and see what might work in your particular, in your yard. Because what's working for me might just work for me. But something different might work for you. You might have had some ideas about something you can try. Try it. Don't be afraid. Get out there. Grow yourself some extra stuff, because the extra is what you're going to run your experiments with. And just do it. Just do it. What's the worst that's going to happen? That you're going to lose a plant? It happens anyway. Sometimes you lose one and you weren't running an experiment. So get out there. Don't feel like you're stuck in a rut of, okay, I can't bring these cucumbers outside until this date or after this date. Meanwhile, your plants are in the house getting so big, you don't know what you're going to do with them. You need a cage for them. How many times you going to up pot? By the time you bring them outside, they're in a 12-inch pot. We're not doing that. What we are going to do is we're going to bring our stuff out and see how it goes. For example, I don't harden off nothing because I feel like the harden off process is cumbersome. And I'm not telling you not to. I'm telling you, I don't. What I do is I grow them, I baby them. They have the brightest lights in North America up there. Okay? So I made sure I had some amazing grow lights. I have an amazing grow system. I'm tooting my own horn. You hear it? Doo-doo. That's me. Because when I bring them outside, I literally sit them out on the deck and tell them, hello, welcome to the sun. That's your new daddy. Bye. And then if they make it, they make it. If they don't, they don't. It's the sun, bro. You just was upstairs with the 9 million lumen lights that I got upstairs. So, welcome to the sun. Also, I kind of don't have time to harden off stuff that I don't know how people do it. They're bringing them out, bringing them back in, bringing them out, bringing them back in. Also, I have a firm belief that once a plant comes outside at my house, it never comes back in. You will never see the inside of my house again because you and all your bugs, we ain't doing that. You live outside now. You an outside kind of dog. But that's what I do. I'm not telling you to do it. What I am telling you to do is don't feel like you are stuck following somebody else's rules. In your garden, you make the rules. You decide what's going outside. You decide when it's going outside. You decide if you're going to grow this cucumber at the beginning of April and test the waters and see if this cucumber is tough enough to withstand 45 degrees or 47 degrees or 41 degrees. You decide when them tomatoes coming outside. But what I don't want you to do, don't want you to be scared. Don't want you to feel like you are stuck with these rules, because no rules, well, some rules, but the garden rules are not hard and fast and set in stone. So feel free to do something exciting, to try something new. And if you already got your garden planted out, congratulations, girl, because I do too. So if you do succession sowing, it's time now to start some more seeds. So now this would be your time to start something and, get wild. Maybe you have some place in your yard that's shady and doesn't get as much sun and doesn't ever get as hot as the rest of your yard. See, that's about your microclimate. My neighbors behind me have a privacy fence. So stuff right there, I don't get as much sun here behind my greenhouse as I do out in my yard proper. My house is south facing. So the sun is beaming over there. Not so much right here. So try growing some brassicas. Start them in the house, get them to a nice good size, and then bring them outside and put them in. Why it looks so dark? Bring them outside and put them in your shady area and see if it stays cool enough right there. You might find that you have a zone right there that works just great. And now you got collard greens in July. If you got collard greens in July, I'm coming to your house. Be ready. Okay, so anyway, so that was all, y'all. I just wanted to stop by and say hi, touch bases with you, and just remind you that the gardening rules aren't really rules. Every single rule that you read about gardening, just put a question mark behind it. Question everything. It's your yard. It's your garden. Try something new. See what kind of results you get. Don't be afraid. You never know what's going to happen. Anyway, so what we're about to do today, though, not on camera because I know y'all don't want to see me doing this, but y'all look at this. Okay, I did something stupid. Wanna know what I did? It wasn't really stupid. I mean, at the time, it was really working out, and I was really cool with it. But, okay, first of all, this. Let me back up. For Mother's Day, I was like, I want a nice chair. A folding chair with me is fine, but I wanted a nice chair in my greenhouse. So I could sit right there and talk to y'all, or read a book, or have something cold to drink, or have something hot to drink, or stare at the ceiling. I want to sit out here and mind my business in my greenhouse, surrounded by all my greenery. So this is my new chair, y'all. Is that not cute or wet? Look at the little storage pockets on the side. But anyway, that's not what I was talking about. So you may remember that I had some lettuce growing right here. Well, this is my garlic. And it's not, maybe I shouldn't have pulled it up. I don't know. Oh, yes, I should. Holy crap. What is that? Oh, no, girl. Hold up. Hold on. You want to go visit the chickens? I know this. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Y'all. Hold up. All this onions coming out. The garlic. All this garlic coming out. Here, y'all. Enjoy some worms and garlic for dinner. Well, the plan was I was going to pull all the garlic out. And because I felt like it wasn't really growing. It wasn't really looking great. Plus, I also saw that when I put that lettuce in here, the lettuce had pushed it over. Let me turn y'all back around because look, this one looked good. And I probably could have left it in there and let it do its thing, but I'll tell you what, we're going to take this in the house. We're going to eat that. So you get to come in the house. Oh, I'm smacking myself in the face. Let's see what we got here. I don't know. Smell good though. This is the garlic from Haas. No, it's not. I'm lying. This is the garlic from our farmer's market. So my husband, Mr. Big Daddy, went to the farmer's market one day while I was still working, and he got this for me. He picked up a few heads of garlic, a few bulbs. Oh, look at that. Girl, we could have left this in here. Oh well, guess what? We gonna eat this. What's the worst thing that's gonna happen? We gonna be in the house having a great garlic time? Okay. Maybe that one had me creeped out, but they was leaning over so bad. They were just leaning over so badly. And I know they were leaning over like that because the lettuce was pushing them over. That head of lettuce, it was a head of giant romaine. And it had gotten so big, it had started pushing the garlic stalks over. So I guess I just started getting nervous, but listen, I'm okay with this. I have garlic growing out in my garden, so I was thinking that maybe I wasn't doing such a good job of growing garlic in the greenhouse, but now I know better. So we will get through this season with this bed right here, this little short one that I got this bed off of Temu. It's real cute. No, I didn't. I'm lying. I got it from the TikTok shop. It's been doing this job for like 2 years, but I have a friend who's growing stuff too, and she's trying to be more serious about it. So she's going to get this bed. I actually have another bed I got from Vajiga. Is that their name? The 17 inches deep and 5 feet long, 2 feet wide. So 5 by 2 by 17. So I'm going to put that right here. And it's an oval. So I'm going to put that right here. Here is 4 by 2. And it's 30 inches tall. That's the one that's right here. This is, I got off Amazon. And I know you know what this is behind me. You can look at this and see what this is. If you know beds like we know beds, this is a Vigo elevated bed. It's got that whole little mesh at the bottom, not mesh, that little shelf at the bottom to pull all your stuff and things. Yeah, this bed, she bad. She is bad. This is the 6 by 2. Vigo raised bed, not raised bed, elevated bed. It's banging. It's banging. Vigo beds are an investment. So, but anyways, that ain't what we talking about right this minute. So I'm gonna change this bed out. So I ain't mad I had to pull this garlic out. I thought it was not doing good, and my nerves was getting bad. And so we got garlic early. You could have been great, garlic. Could have been great. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm glad to see all y'all. I'm glad you all decided to join me today. So don't forget, if you're new here, like, share, subscribe, comment, tell your friends, and make sure you come back for the next video. So until then, y'all, be good, keep growing, and I'll see you later. Bye.